Coach Buck, but Coach, tonight you'll be here at home against Guerin Catholic, the Guerin Catholic Eagles. They stand at 5-1. Of course, Guerin Catholic, a pretty tough team, although being in 3A. They went to state last year, had a very good season. So heading into a matchup like this, coming off of a win last Saturday against Connorsville, what's your game plan? What have you been working on these last couple of days in practice?
Well, we're facing another very talented team, as you mentioned, very good last year. I have a lot of returning players, another great point guard in Sorensen, senior. Now we've faced what I consider 4 quality point guards, Mount Vernon and Smith, Andrews from Wapahani, Sorensen tonight, and, Buchanan from Westfield. And when you have that type of point guard, that's a great place to start in putting together a quality basketball team. And like you said, Wapahani will be a opponent tonight that we'll have to play extremely well to have success.
Yeah, and you mentioned there, got a lot of returning players, Sorensen, their big name. Now, when it comes to locking up that big name player, of course, Aaron Cookson has been the guy this season. All the way look back to Anderson. He was tasked with Damian King, and he's been doing a good job locking down whoever you're facing, whoever the big player is. But what are you going to have to do tonight to lock up a player specifically like Sorensen?
Well, speaking of Aaron Cookson, he has done an outstanding job on all of our opponents and done a great job, probably as well defensively as anyone that those teams have played, their star players. So we're very pleased with what he has done, and he'll be matched up tonight against Sorensen as well. Yeah. But the other thing about the opponents that we've played that have been very good, and the same thing in Wapahani, their depth. I mean, Wapahani will start 6 foot in Sorensen. He's their smallest, and they'll go 6'2", 6'3", 6'8", 6'8", and they have multiple weapons. Players that they're very strong inside. They're 2 6'8". They're very strong physically, and they have the ability, basketball ability, to be strong inside as well. And then they have multiple players who can score from long range. And we've ran into that against, Wapahani and Westfield, Mount Vernon, just multiple weapons to score, which makes it difficult for your overall team defense. You not only have to stop the player that Aaron Cookson is assigned to, you have to play good defense throughout because of their depth.
Now you mentioned there, of course, Guerin Catholic, a very tough team, but focusing a bit on you guys, we talked yesterday during the coaches show about things you want to get better heading forward, playing all 4 quarters, not digging yourselves in a hole in the first half, but really against this Guerin Catholic team specifically, what are the goals for you guys?
Well, our goals will be very similar. Get off to a good start. That's something you mentioned we have struggled. We've had a couple of games where we got off to the start we wanted. A lot of that had to do with the team, the opponent that we were playing, their defense. Teams that have been aggressive and physical with us defensively have bothered us. That's no secret. I mean, teams that have scouted us, they see that, and that's what we can expect to face. So we must be able to handle the basketball with defensive pressure, number one. We have to have patience, and we have to be willing to move the basketball, get ball reversal, and get the shots that we're capable of making. Now, being realistic, tough defense makes that more challenging. Mm-hmm. And if you're playing a defense that allows you to move the basketball, it doesn't bother you as far as your ball handling goes because they're not physically pounding on you or they're not up aggressively defending you, it is much easier to do that. So we must be able to move the basketball, maintain control without turning it over against the physical defense.
All right, but with that being said, that'll do it for our pregame interview here. Once again, Coach, thanks for joining me. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Are you constantly bored and tired on your way to school or work? Then you should tune into the Arabian Roundup. With your hosts Kennedy Quinn and Bella Myers, your morning will never be dull. The Arabian Roundup is from 5 to 7 a.m. Tuesday through Friday. But wait, you can't forget about the Arabian Stampede. You can tune to the Arabian Stampede while waiting to get out of the parking lot after school, on your way to work, and so on. You can catch your hosts Gracie Wolf, Samuel Duffer, and Layla Reef every Tuesday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. Get something fun out of your day with our WEEM shows.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Hey, are you okay?
No.
What's wrong?
I can't listen to 91.7 WEEM because I'm not in my car.
Well, don't you fear. Our app is here.
Tired of not being able to listen to Pendleton's best radio station, 91.7 WEEM, anywhere and everywhere? Try out our app. With the 91.7 WEEM app, you get the best hits. Our station now goes where our listeners go. Find 91.7 WEEM in app stores today. Available for Apple and Android.
Thank you so much for telling me about the 91.7 WEEM app, found in Apple and Android app stores.
Nature, discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by USDA Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Back to Pendleton Heights basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
Welcome you back here to Joe Buck Court at Pendleton Heights High School as they announce the starting lineups for this evening's matchup for the Pendleton Heights Arabians against the Guerin Catholic Eagles. We got just about a minute or two. Until then, of course, Ryan, we already talked about these two teams. Guerin Catholic coming off of a very good season. Pendleton Heights not so much. Pendleton Heights, they're hoping for a new season, a new start. New head coach with Joe Buck. Sure, you got very similar players. You had no seniors leaving last year. Really, I would say the exact same starting line. I'm sure there are a bit differences, but this Arabian team looking very similar. So, I know you already touched on what the Arabians are going to have to do, but more, what are they going to have to do to stop this Guerin Catholic team, considering, their past couple games and what they've struggled in? We just heard Coach Buck mention Arabians have kind of struggled with putting themselves in a hole and then trying to get themselves back out of that, but also, turnovers and good, strong defense has been a struggle. So what are the Arabians going to have to do to get over those, challenges we've seen come up multiple times so far this season?
I think one of the big things is they just have to stick to what they know. I think that's one of the biggest things for any sport. You just have to stay comfortable. You got to work on your pace. And also, I think one of the other big things is you got to limit the Guerin Catholic's offensive rebounds. I think that was a really big thing in games like the Wapahani and that Mount Vernon game. When they limit those offensive rebounds, they do really well on defense.
Players taking the court here at the logo for the tip. For the Arabians, it's senior Josiah Gustin, and for the Eagles, it's senior Dylan Murrens. Pretty similar in height. Got an even battle here for the tip. Ball is up, and we're underway here this evening. Guerin Catholic wins the tip. They're going to get set on offense here. Hayden Rogers with it, bounce pass. Andy Corin, far wing. Now on the elbow, it's Dylan Murrens. He tries the jumper, is no good, but an offensive rebound by Andy Corin and the Eagles. Murrens shakes Josiah Gustin, finds a wide open Hayden Rogers in the corner, and Rogers nails it from deep. Guerin Catholic strikes first blood with a 3. 3-0 our score. Eagles lead. Josiah Gustin with it. Jumper just inside the free throw line. In and out, no good. Rebounded, Guerin Catholic. Freshman Hayden Rogers with it at the logo, guarded by Dontrez Braxton. Rogers swings out right, down to the low block. Bryson Cardinal tried to drive baseline there, get around Seth Laravia. A bit too much contact there from the senior forward, Laravia. So This will be a foul here, the first of the game, and the first on Seth LaRavia, of course. This will be on the floor, so Guerin Catholic will be inbounding here from the baseline. Stolen pass. Aaron Cookson comes away with it. Andy Corin was the intended receiver. Evan Mazinga with a three down the other end is no good off of the right iron. It misfires, rebounded Eagles once again. Robert Sorensen, top of the key, fires over to Hayden Rogers. Rogers now to Karin. Robert Sorensen gets it off of the handoff. Eagles moving around the ball. Around the perimeter, low block. Andy Karin with it. Guarded by Mazingo. Karin forced to kick it back out. Once again, Hayden Rogers, top of the key. Guerin Catholic's going to want to reset now. Driving, corner. Yet another three. Hayden Rogers, it's good. You can't leave him open. Rogers with 2 threes now in the game.
Yeah, Hayden Rogers has averaged 20% from 3 this year, but perfect for 2 for 2 right now.
Mazingo, right wing. He'll pull one from deep off the front iron. No good. Rebounded in the corner by Robert Sorensen and the Eagles. Sorensen drives. Shot called off. Foul on the floor here. This is against Aaron Cookston. Gave a lot of body. Didn't really reach there, but ref saw a lot of contact. Once again, this foul will be on the floor. This is the second foul for the Arabians, the first on Aaron Cookston. Got a deflected pass off of the inbound. Josiah Gustin knocks it out of bounds, so they'll just move Robert Sorensen to the right corner of the court for yet another inbound attempt. Top of the key, Andy Karin with it. Bounce pass over to Sorensen. Sorensen drives left side, spins, shoots. Left it short, no good. Rebounded off of the glass by Seth LaRavia and the Arabians.
Great defense there by Aaron Cookson to anticipate that spin move.
Gustin with it, near wing. Back to Dontrez Braxton, top of the key. Braxton calling his first screen, gets it from Seth LaRavia, now into the corner. Mazingo, back to LaRavia, top of the key. LaRavia dishes down low. Josiah working on Murrins there. Josiah missed the shot, had a chance at the rebound, but it fell out of bounds. And it was last touched by the Arabians. So the Eagles going to get possession right back here as here is the freshman Hayden Rogers, who has 6 points on the night already, taking it up for Guerin Catholic. Karin dishes to Rogers. 3 here from Sorensen on the far wing is off the mark and no good. Hit the top of the backboard. This is going to be called out of bounds here. Dead ball, and Arabians will inbound. Guerin Catholic sending a little bit of a press, just put a bit of pressure on the Arabians here. 6-0 our score. Guerin Catholic leads, 4:40 to play in the first. Gustin, left wing, gets a screen from Aaron Cookson, a miscommunication. Aaron Cookson lets it fly in the backcourt off the pass from Josiah Gustin, and Gustin looks to coach saying, what happened there? Either way, this will be an over and back for Pendleton Heights, so yet another turnover on the Arabians will result in Eagles basketball. Corner, Robert Sorensen to the low block. Cardinal working on LaRavia, spins, shoots, got it off of the post hook. Not much Seth LaRavia can do there.
Yeah, great move there by Bryson Cardinal to get around Seth LaRavia for that layup.
Evan Mazingo over to Josiah Gustin, nearly lost it, recovers. Right elbow jumper from Josiah Gustin and another miss. Rebounded, Eagles now the other way, Andy Karin. Over to Rogers, bounce pass, right back to Karin. Got a mismatch down low. Cardinal gets it on Aaron Cookson. He'll be forced to kick it out nearly. Walked out of bounds there, but saves it. Right back to Karin down low on the left block. This is a mismatch. Again, Aaron Cookston guarding, and he was hit hard. No foul, but the basket falls. What was that? Cardinal just chucked it up there. Couldn't even see the basket and still drained it. And we got a timeout on the floor. Arabians starting off slow, 10-0. Guerin Catholic going on a 10-0 run to start the game. 3:37 to play in the first. Again, Guerin Catholic leads. We're going to take a quick break with them. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This presentation.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Back to Pendleton Heights basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Pendleton Heights High School on the Arabian Sports Network. If you're just tuning in alongside Ryan Davis, I'm Dawson Perrell. On the scoreboard, Guerin Catholic leading the Pendleton Heights Arabians 10-0 here on this non-conference boys basketball matchup. Cooper Sims has it for Pendleton Heights. He subbed in on that last timeout by the Arabians. Josiah Gustin gets it from Cooper Sims, right wing, over to Cookston in the corner. Cookston drives baseline. Denied, kicks it back out. Sims once again with it to Josiah Gustin in the corner. Gustin. Hook pass to Seth Arabia. He saves it, but saves it right out of bounds. Yet another miscommunication by the Arabians. Josiah Gustin tried to hit Seth Arabia on the pick and roll. I guess the pick and fade. But instead, Seth Arabia couldn't get to the pass. So this will be a turnover once again for Pendleton Heights. Guerin Catholic and Hayden Rogers taking it up. Bounce pass over to Andy Caron. Near wing to the inside. Cardinal working down low on LaRavia once again. Cardinal puts up a shot. Hits the backboard, hits the front iron, and rattles home. Arabians bench wanted a foul on that one, a travel. Arabians inbound successfully despite Hayden Rogers with the pressure. Cooper Sims takes it to the rack and finishes for the Arabians' first bucket. Sims, of course, last game against Mount Vernon, or Connorsville, 9 points, 80% from the floor, his season high. Sorensen driving, good defense from LaRavia, going up strong with him. Foul, count it, and the basket. Bryson Cardinal getting the offensive rebound. This is Seth LaRavia on the foul. This is his second, and Joe Buck not happy with the transfer from Westfield.
Yeah, Bryson Cardinal is already up to 8 points in this first quarter.
He has a chance to make it 9 here on this free throw. It's up and no good. Hits the back iron and falls out. Rebounded to Reese Kaplinger. Kaplinger just came in for Seth LaRavia on that last dead ball. Sims taking it up for Pendleton Heights. Over to Aaron Cookston, near wing. Now to Mazingo, top of the key. Fires over. Cooper Sims has it now in the far corner. Sims. Arabian swinging it around the perimeter. Mazingo takes the shot and drains it. A much-needed shot for the Arabians there. Evan Mazingo from the left corner. Score now 14-5, Eagles lead. Murrins with it. Left wing, now top of the key, Cardinal. Cardinal going to get the screen for Hayden Rogers. Rogers drives baseline, kicks it over. A nice pass and a nice finish that falls in and out. Dylan Murrins got unlucky there. Don't know how that basketball popped out of the hoop. But Arabians recover and have another shot on offense here. Aaron Cookston, an open three from the top of the key. It's good. Aaron Cookston drains it. Back-to-back threes for the Arabians now, as they're cutting down this Eagle lead to 6 points. Dylan Murrins, right wing, guarded by Josiah Gustin, and a miscommunication that flies right out of bounds. Robert Sorensen was the intended pass, but instead of going to the corner, he cut to the basket. And that out of bounds pass there will result in a Pendleton Heights basketball.
Yeah, Dawson, you start hearing the student sections now.
Yep. Quite the show out, especially for Guerin Catholic. A 39-minute drive over here to Joe Buck Court, and students coming out supporting. But, of course, same for the Arabians, being a home game this evening. Cookston, far wing, now to Kaplinger in the corner. Kaplinger hands off to Mazingo. Thought about the three, doesn't take it, now takes it. Air ball, a rare bad miss for Mazingo. On the other end, it's Ben Grinsom taking it coast to coast and finishing with the left hand 16-8 our score now. 25 seconds to play in the first. The Arabians, let's see what the game plan is here, as I'm sure they're considering winning a last-second shot. Sims, a lot of contact, foul. This will be on the floor. This was Ben Grissom. This will be his first and the Eagles' first as well. Coming in now for Pendleton Knights is Isaac Wilson. He's subbing out Evan Mazingo. Cookston inbounding, far sideline. Gives it to Josiah Guston, who gives it right back to Cookston. Cookston has it at the logo, hand off to Sims. 3 seconds remain. Josiah Guston, top of the key. Pulls it from deep. No good. Missed it. And that'll do it for our first quarter. 16-8. Guerin Catholic leads. We're going to take a quick break. Second quarter action coming up next on the Arabian Sports Network. 91.7 WEEN.
This presentation of the...
Are you okay?
No.
What's wrong?
I can't listen to 91.7 WEEM because I'm not in my car.
Well, don't you fear. Our app is here.
Tired of not being able to listen to Pendleton's best radio station, 91.7 WEEM, anywhere and everywhere? Try out our app. With the 91.7 WEEM app, you get the best hits. Our station now goes where our listeners go. Find 91.7 WEEM in app stores today. Available for Apple and Android.
Thank you so much for telling me about the 91.7 WEEM app, found in Apple and Android app stores.
Really kind of the same situation we've been seeing all season for this Pendleton Knights team. A rough start, especially when it comes to shooting, and the opponents taking advantage of that, putting up some pretty big numbers on the scoreboard.
Arabian basketball.
Cookston, far sideline, inbounds to Cooper Sims. Sims crosses the timeline for Pendleton Knights. Fires over to Josiah Guston. Guston guarded by Cardinal. Now to Sims in the corner. One-handed pass. Isaac Wilson finds Josiah Guston back to Sims. Sims thinks about the three, doesn't take it. Instead finds Josiah Guston at the logo. Josiah Guston. Back out. Sims. Jumper from the left elbow. Sims. Nothing but the net.
Cooper Sims really shown out in these starting games for the Arabians.
16-10. Cooper Sims cuts down the Eagles' lead to 6 points. Nearly had a steal on the other end. Doesn't come away with it, though. Malcolm Howes recovers. Deep three here from Robert Sorensen with an Arabian defender right in his face. Misses. Left it short. Rebound to Pendleton Knights. Sims, chest pass to Josiah Guston. Reese Kaplinger has it at the free throw line. Now into the corner, Aaron Cookston. Wilson has it. Far wing, guarded by Sorensen. Back to Cooper Sims, top of the key. Arabians want to reset here. Sims drives left side, gets blocked, out of bounds. Last touch, Guerin Catholic. Nice job by Ben Grissom. Cooper Sims got by him, but Grissom recovered, got back in front of Sims, and then blocked the shot.
I really like that ball from the Arabians in that possession.
And that's exactly what the Arabians need. Just move around the ball and look for better shots. I'd say at this point, you're looking down low. Lob up high. Cooper Sims finds Josiah Guston. Josiah Guston gets it off of the glass. Nice job by the Arabians, and Cooper Sims there with the accurate pass to Josiah Guston. Rogers. Bounce pass. Howes with it in the corner. Howes back outside. Karin. Back to Rogers. Karin gets the screen. Sorensen with it, and the foul here with the body. Aaron Cookston not happy. This will be Aaron Cookston's second and the Arabians' first of the quarter. Reporting in now for Guerin Catholic, returning for the Eagles is Dylan Murns. The five on the floor for the Pendletonites right now: Cooper Sims, Isaac Wilson, Josiah Gustin, Reese Kaplinger, and Aaron Cookston. Driving, Hayden Rogers, baseline, out of bounds. It's going to be last touch to Arabians. Aaron Cookston knocked it out of bounds. Hayden Rogers tried to find Robert Sorensen in the corner there, but again, it was deflected out of bounds. And Hayden Rogers putting on quite the performance. He's only a freshman, 6 points so far. He has 2 threes, and being a freshman thrown in the varsity your freshman year can be tough, but he's handling it well here this evening. We got a basket here for Guerin Catholic. 18-12 our score now. 5:40 to play in the first half. Wilson, far wing. Over to Kaplinger. Kaplinger, the jumper, inside the perimeter. And the senior, Reese Kaplinger, drains it. Kaplinger only averaging 1.8 points a night. Gets the basket there, bringing some offense to life for this Pendletonite squad. Sorensen drives left side, and acrobatic layup no good, but flying in for the offensive rebound is Bryson Cardinal, and Cardinal strips it away from Josiah Gustin and gets the basket on top of it.
Bryson Cardinal is now up to 10 points in this first half.
A nice second effort by Bryson Cardinal, and he was knocked down due to Aaron Cookston. Cardinal set a screen. Cookston knocked him down, but he got right back up and made the play. Cookston, far wing, chest pass to Cooper Sims at the logo. Sims over to Wilson. Wilson gets the screen from Kaplinger in the corner. Finds Kaplinger on the roll, and a foul here on Guerin Catholic. This will be on the floor. Reese Kaplinger drove. Bryson Cardinal tried to take the charge, but ref said didn't really have his feet set or something, but either way, this will be the first foul of the quarter for Guerin Catholic and the first against Bryson Cardinal of the game, as Aaron Cookson will inbound here underneath the Arabian basket. Sims has it at the logo. Chest pass over to Kaplinger. A 3-ball from Mazingo, in and out, no good. Rebounded Cardinal and the Eagles. Hayden Rogers over to Dylan Murrins, and Murrins takes it with the right hand, finishes, count the basket and the foul. This Guerin Catholic team looking tough down low so far in this one. That's Dylan Murrins' first basket of the game, as he has a chance to make it a 3-point play. 22-14 our score.
Yeah, this is the first time Josiah has really seen someone his height this year, maybe even for the past 2 years.
Free throw's good. Puts up the Eagle lead to now 9 points. Cookston crosses half court for Pendletonites. Sims over to Kaplinger in the corner. Kaplinger, now Josiah Gustin, thought about the three, doesn't take it. Instead, the jumper from the free throw line is good. Robert Sorensen with it. Sorensen drives, kicks it out, wide open three. Hayden Rogers is blown off as an offensive foul here on Robert Sorensen.
Yeah, it was Cooper Sims, took the charge there on Robert Sorensen off ball.
Smart play from Cooper Sims as the Arabians get the ball back. 23-16 with 3:33 to play in the first half. Josiah Gustin loses it out of bounds. Evan Mazingo tried to find the senior Gustin on the pass, and Gustin just didn't get a good grip on it. Flew out of bounds from the sideline, and yet another turnover by this Arabian squad as the Eagles will get it back. Hayden Rogers at the logo. Over to Dylan Murrins, now down low. Cardinal puts up the tough shot, and good defense from Kaplinger and the good board. Arabians recover after the forced miss against the Guerin Catholic Eagles. Mazingo in the corner, a travel by Mazingo. We're going to take a quick break. 10 seconds for station identification here on the Arabian Sports Network. We got a timeout anyway, so we'll take an even longer break. 23-16, 3:05 to play in the first half. Guerin Catholic with the timeout. Guerin Catholic with the lead as well. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEN.
broadcast.
91.7 WEEM delivers the best variety of songs, news, and is student run. We produce imaging pieces, live broadcasts, content, podcasts, and more. Our students work hard every day to improve our station. You can support our station by following us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to also tune into the radio, 91.7 WEEN, on air, online, and on demand.
780-0001. Again, that's 765-778-0001. Anita's Diner.
Back to Pendleton Heights basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Joe Buck Court. 23-16 our score, 2:57 to play in the first half. Guerin Catholic with the lead and the ball. Here's we return from the Eagle timeout. Cardinal tried to receive the pass down low, but yet another good defensive play from Maurice Kaplinger, forcing the turnover with the steal. Arabians back on offense now. Cooper Sims with it. Sims over to Kaplinger. Checks it down to Mazingo. Mazingo gets the screen from Josiah Gustin, drives, puts up the tough shot, loses it, recovers, and gets it through off of the glass. Evan Mazingo with the rare post point. He's up to 5. A 3 on the other end is up and good. Dylan Murren sinks it. He's up to 6. As this Guerin Catholic lead is kind of stuck at 8.
Yeah, Dylan Murren is actually shooting 100% from the three-point arc.
Mazingo over to Cookston, right wing. Down low to Josiah Gustin, kicks it back out. Double team came and didn't take it. Mazingo, an open corner 3, and no good. A rare open 3 missed from Mazingo, and on the other end, it's the senior Robert Sorensen getting his first basket of the game, which is quite impressive. You know, he's averaging 20.2, and this Arabian team has, up until this point, left him scoreless. Gustin, shot fake from the right wing, over to Cookston. Cookston has it, top of the key, takes the 3 off the mark. It's flat there. Sorensen over to the freshman Hayden Rogers. Rogers guarded by Sims. Andy Carr on top of the key, bounce pass to Cardinal. Cardinal over to Murrens. Murrens drives baseline. Finds Rogers in the corner. Sorensen now, guarded by Evan Mazingo. Sorensen is going to want to reset here. Just under a minute to play in the half. 28-18. Guerin Catholic with a 10-point lead. Cardinal gets it down low. Fires over to Murrens. The 3 ball off of the backboard and no good. Rebounded to Reese Kaplinger in the Arabians. Sims, bounce pass to Josiah Gustin on the right wing. Back to Sims. Cookston at the logo. Back to Cooper Sims. Arabians, looks like they're going to want a last-second shot as Josiah Gustin gets it, who fires over to Reese Kaplinger. Now to Cookston. Cookston back to Josiah Gustin. Gustin spins, shoots. No good. In and out. Second left. 3/4 court shot is no good. Air ball there. So that'll do it for our first half. Guerin Catholic leading over the Pendleton Heights Arabians 28-18. We're going to take a quick break. And when we return, Michael Hooker was able to sit down with Sam Duffer, one of the members of the Weem Weekly podcast here at 91.7 WEM. That'll be playing.
91.7 WEEM is looking for advertisers for our video sports streaming. Be a part of the Arabian Sports Network's video broadcasting, bringing football as well as boys and girls basketball to the Pendleton community and beyond. Averaging over 100 views in the first year, WEEM's video streaming will only grow. And here's your chance to get in on the ground floor. For more information, contact Christian Harmon and become a part of the Arabian Sports Network. 91.7 WEEM.
only thing we had in common was that everybody had ponchos. And we were going to wear our ponchos one day, but I don't know.
For what day?
Like retiree day. Like this day was supposed to be your future self, you know?
Yeah.
And so we were all like, yeah, at some point I'll be retired and I can just wear my pajamas and a poncho or whatever.
The class of 2024, I picked them up last year.
That must be so fun to have us.
Totally. Totally.
Definitely not making that sound nicer. So, getting on topic, this is our Halloween episode. What is your opinion on Halloween? Do you like it, dislike it?
Halloween's always been one of my favorite years, or holidays, not years. And my biggest my favorite thing about Halloween is I'd always get a huge load of candy because my neighborhood has a ton of people in it. And when I was like super young, I'd always dress up in the best costume, like the cutest costume to get the most candy.
Cutest costume.
I found the curriculum for.
You knew what
Halloween.
to exploit to get more.
Oh
candy.
yeah, I exploited Halloween to get the most candy out of it.
Well, that's always fun then. That's your essential reason on why you like Halloween so much.
Pretty much, just getting the most candy.
And I definitely think like Elvis, it was one that I was like, oh, I've never heard his music because I just haven't ever listened to that. But I was so surprised that so many kids had, and they were like, oh, I love Elvis. I was like, wow.
Well,
really
and you might
interesting.
be surprised if you get to come, you'll say, oh, I didn't know that was, I didn't know that was Elvis, because sometimes there are so many songs. This show has about 25 of his biggest hits.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
Is it mostly song throughout the whole play? Is there acting and songs? Or?
There's a storyline, and then they will break into song,
Yeah.
you know. So that's what makes it fun. And some of the numbers are such that they have dance to them. Others, they just are moving around to the what's going on in the song.
At least I think so. I haven't talked to him with him personally. Is there anything you don't like?
Honestly, the number one thing that annoys me is how late rehearsals are. So we have rehearsals from 5:30 to 8 o'clock, and it's just so late. I go to bed at 8, so my bedtime is so like back now because of rehearsal. And it's just the reason why we have it so late is because of choir. Choir really does affect theater so much, and that's why I really don't. That's the only thing I don't like.
And we teachers, we have one big room where we meet during the breaks, and it's getting very noisy there. And everyone is talking, and I think that's one thing that's maybe a bit better in Germany. We can talk about the students.
Yeah. Gossip.
Gossip, of course.
No, we don't gossip about the students.
Sure. Is there like a teacher in that room, or someone has to keep quieting down all the other teachers, or you guys?
Well, there is no one, but sometimes it might be helpful if there were someone.
So what made you want to teach French?
When I first was deciding whether or not I wanted to be a teacher, it was between French, chemistry, and English. And French was the number one because I fell in love with the language and culture when I was a student, when I was a freshman in high school. And it was really my grandmother that inspired me to want to teach French, because I grew up hearing a whole bunch of stories of her time when she lived in France with my grandfather during the Korean War. And I got the chance to visit France after I graduated high school, and that solidified really why I wanted to teach French over English or chemistry.
Are you constantly bored and tired on your way to school or work? Then you should tune into the Arabian Roundup. With your hosts Kennedy Quinn and Bella Myers, your morning will never be dull. The Arabian Roundup is from 5 to 7 a.m. Tuesday through Friday. But wait, you can't forget about the Arabian Stampede. You can tune to the Arabian Stampede while waiting to get out of the parking lot after school, on your way to work, and so on. You can catch your hosts Gracie Wolf, Samuel Duffer, and Layla Reef every Tuesday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. Get something fun out of your day with our WEEM shows.
Hey, how are you doing today? Thanks for doing this interview today. We're going to go into the production room. Go ahead and sit down. This won't take long, just a few questions. Ready? Welcome to Wing Weekly. I'm your host, Emily Pulley, and today we have the mascot with us. So starting off today, what animal are you? You're not really answering my questions, but let's keep going. Do you enjoy being the mascot? Are you even going to be able to answer any of my questions? What's the point of this interview anyway? Get out.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Hi, my name is Layla Reef. I'm the director of the social media department here at Wayne, and we have 5 different social media platforms that we're on, so my job is to manage all of the content that we're posting and overview the staff and kind of help them out with whatever they're working on.
To combine the sports and social media department, I work on game day promos you see on our social media, and I also do interviews.
My favorite thing about being in the social media department is working on the various projects that go towards our social media pages.
I go down onto the courts and fields and get videos of all of our players playing their games and then compile them into a highlight video for our Instagram.
Social media is definitely something I see myself doing in the future just because I love what I do.
Pendleton Knights, you look at the shooting percentages, 22% from three-point. That's a bit shaky. You know, you like to see that number a bit higher up, especially considering how many threes they attempted. Radiance attempted 9 threes in that first half, made 2 of them. And then inside the arc, Pendleton Knights was 54.5%. They were 6 for 11, so shooting, I guess, was a problem. And then 4 team turnovers, 3 of them coming from Josiah Gustin. You don't really like to see that number for the senior Josiah Gustin. And then, surprisingly enough, Guerin Catholic with 4 turnovers as well, which, just watching the game live, that doesn't really seem like what I've been watching. But, you know, I think these two teams, sure, Ravians have seen their highlights. They made back-to-back threes there early in the second quarter. But, you know, a lot of stuff needs to be corrected heading into the second half down by 10.
Yeah, they did a great job at isolating Robert Florentson. He only had 2 points, but as we talked about in that pregame, Dawson, they had a lot more weapons, and you could see it right here with Bryson Cardinal with 10 and Dylan Morans with 7. And this is the first time Josiah's seen not 1 but 2 people basically his size on the court at the same time as him.
Yeah, that definitely has been proving some trouble for Josiah Gustin. On the offensive end, as I was mentioning, 4 points, 3 turnovers, and he's been frustrated, I think. You know, a lot of times when he gets the ball down low, a double team comes, sometimes a triple team. Guerin Catholic being very smart when guarding him, because if Josiah Gustin gets going, it's going to be tough to slow him down. So the Eagles doing a good job on that part, but I mean, this is very much a winnable game for Pendleton Knights. You know, they had a very good second quarter. You got to remember, heading in to that after the first quarter, Pendleton Knights was down 16-8. They put up 10 points, allowed 8. So, you know, you keep up that trend, and we got a pretty close game here. So, players taking the court here for the third quarter. Ravian's going to go back to their starting 5 as well as the Guerin Catholic Eagles. Guerin Catholic will start with the ball here, opening up the second half. Freshman Hayden Rogers will get it off of the inbound from Andy Karn. Rogers guarded by Dontrez Braxton. Didn't really get too many minutes there in that first half. He had only 4. Cardinal now, leading scorer for the Eagles with 10 points, top of the key. One-handed pass to Rogers. Down low. Cardinal working on Seth Laravia in the low block. Post hook is no good. Rebounded Laravia. Good defense from the senior forward, Seth. Aaron Cooks into the corner. Seth Laravia. Back out to Dontrez Braxton, top of the key. Laravia, pump fakes. Back to Aaron Cookston, now down low. Josiah Gustin, shot fakes. Kicks it back out. Dontrez spinning, shooting, drains it. A bucket from Dontrez Braxton, his first.
That was a very tough bucket from Dontrez. They're one-legged, off balance. Great shot.
Andy Karn. Top of the key, Dylan Murrens. Over to Andy Karn. Now to Robert Sorensen at the logo, guarded by Aaron Cookston. Sorensen, one-handed pass to Andy Karn. Karn, bounce pass, top of the key, now Cardinal with it. Fires, far wing to Sorensen, and once again another foul. Aaron Cookston with it. And 2 hands on him. Yeah, Cookston kind of struggling to keep in front of Sorensen. We were mentioning there, Aaron Cookston, always the guy who's been put on the best player. And although Cookston does have 3 fouls, he's also allowed only 2 points to Robert Sorensen. So, those 3 fouls have been coming with a cost, but, I think overall you're happy with it if you're Coach Buck. 30-20 after that last basket for the Eagles. 6 minutes, 16 to play in the third. Guerin Catholic leads. Seth Laravia, 3 from the corner. Swishes it. Seth Laravia drains it from downtown. His first bucket of the game. Arabians cut down this Guerin Catholic lead to 7 now. Andy Karn, far wing. Now to Sorensen. Sorensen drives over Aaron Cookson and finishes with the left hand. Sorensen showing off his speed, blowing by Cookston.
Yeah, it was a great move there by Robert Sorensen.
Dontrez, a jumper from the free throw line, nails it. Both teams heating up here early in the second half. 32-25. Andy Karn. Hands off to Dylan Murrens. Murrens. Now to Sorensen. Sorensen at the left wing. Waving to Dylan Murrens to get out of the way. He wants to take it. Good defense there from Cookson. He's forced to kick it back out. Now Cardinal down low. Cardinal tries to push on Seth Laravia. Finishes with the right hand. And once again, Laravia just kind of, what do I do there? As Cardinal pretty much just toys with him down low. Laravia with it in the corner, kicks it back out to Mazingo, top of the key now. Dontrez Braxton gets it, right wing, guarded by Rogers. Gets the screen from Josiah Gustin. Thinks about the shot, doesn't take it. Instead, Evan Mazingo gets it in the corner. Mazingo, bullseye from the corner. And a timeout called. Arabians heating up. 28-34 our score now. Eagles lead by 6. 4 minutes, 36 to play in the third. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This presentation
91.7 WEEM is looking for advertisers for our video sports streaming. Be a part of the Arabian Sports Network's video broadcasting, bringing football as well as boys and girls basketball to the Pendleton community and beyond. Averaging over 100 views in the first year, WEEM's video streaming will only grow. And here's your chance to get in on the ground floor. For more information, contact Christian Harmon and become a part of the Arabian Sports Network. 91.7 WEEM.
On 7 WEEM.
Welcome you back here to Joe Buck Court on the Arabian Sports Network. 34-28 our score. Guerin Catholic leads over the Pendletonites Arabians with 4:34 to play in the third. And I'm Dawson Perrell. He's Ryan Davis. So far, had quite the matchup. Second half heating up here. scoring for both teams, especially the Arabians, of course, heading in to the halftime break. The Arabians were down by 10. Now in the first 8 minutes of the first half, or the second half, Arabians have cut down this Eagles lead to 6 points, and are going to be hoping to take the lead sooner than later. Hayden Rogers will get it for the Eagles off of the inbound. Rogers over to Sorensen. Sorensen hands off to Karin. Karin puts up the difficult shot. No good, but a nice offensive rebound by Bryson Cardinal once again. Karin over to Murrins. Murrins, top of the key. Fires over to Andy Karin in the near corner. Freshman Hayden Rogers now with it. Dylan Murrins with it once again. Swings it over to Bryson Cardinal at the logo. Good defense here from the Arabians. Hayden Rogers, 3-ball from the corner is no good. Left it short. That was Robert Sorensen. Arabians recover. Down on the other end. It was a missed shot, it looks like, or a bad pass. Wasn't really looking, but this is going to be. Guerin Catholic nearly got it off of the turnover, but I think Hayden Rogers stepped out of bounds there when he was trying to recover. So Arabians will get a second shot at it after the close turnover. They have another close turnover here as Dontrez Braxton nearly has it picked off. He gets his own pass, though. Seth Arabia in the corner, made a 3 from that spot just about a minute ago. Doesn't take it. Instead, Aaron Cookston drives and finishes with the right hand. Goes strong against Andy Karin, and it pays off for him.
Aaron Cookston out to 5 points in this game.
4-point ball game. Hayden Rogers hands off to Murrins. Murrins drives, blocks. Seth Laravia sends it back. Dontrez Braxton the other way. Up, no good. Aaron Cookston's there for the offensive rebound and finishes through. 2-point game now. Aaron Cookston with back-to-back baskets. Now down low, Cardinal working on Seth Laravia. Foul on the floor. Seth Laravia flabbergasted with the call. It's going to be his third, and Coach Buck's got to be thinking if he's going to maybe want to sit down Seth Laravia here in foul trouble. We got a timeout here for Coach Buck. He's going to want to talk things over. 34-32 Arabians cutting down this Eagles lead now to just 2 with 2 minutes and 43 seconds to play in the third quarter. We're going to take a quick break with them. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEN.
This presentation of
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Back to Pendleton Heights basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEN.
Welcome you back here to the Arabian Sports Network. 34-32 our score. Guerin Catholic leads over the Pendleton Heights Arabians with 2 minutes 43 to play in the third. Arabians going on a little bit of a run here, coming back. As I was mentioning earlier, they were down by 10 heading into the halftime break, and they've cut down this lead all the way to 2 points now. But as we resume here, Guerin Catholic with possession of the ball. As inbounding here just underneath his basket is Andy Karin. Finds Sorensen off of the inbound, and Sorensen finishes for 2. A nice find from Karin and a nice finish from Sorensen. Sims. Over to Cookson, back to Sims. Sims drives, puts it up. Shot waved off, it looks like. No, this will be a shooting foul. So Cooper Sims will go to the line for a pair here. One of the first set of free throws we've seen for the Arabians, if not the first. Memory might be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure this is the first free throws we've seen from this Pendleton Heights team. Taking a look here. Yeah, sure enough, no free throws in the first half for Pendleton Heights as Cooper Sims nails the first one.
Yeah, Cooper Sims had 9 points in that No, Connersville game, excuse me.
Sim gets them both 2 for 2 on that trip. Now a 2-point game. The Eagles lead. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to play in the third. Andy Karn gets a screen on the left wing. Underhand right layup, but it is no good, but it's out of bounds. Last touch to Arabians, so Guerin Catholic will get another shot at it after the missed layup. So once again, inbounding here from underneath the basket is Andy Karn, the senior guard for the Eagles. Karn looking, lobs it up high, gets it to Sorensen. Aaron Cookson nearly picked it off, but Sorensen receives it. Down low, Cardinal going to get the foul. Falls, hits the deck, and misses the basket, but he'll go to the line for 2 shots here. Seth LaRavia, this is his 4th, and Coach Buck's going to be forced, it's my guess, to sit him out. Maybe not. It looks like he might stay in here. With 2:06 to play in the third. It looks like Seth LaRavia might have got poked in the eye there. Sorensen misses his first. He's a 71% free throw shooter, maybe one of his weaker parts of this game. Excuse me, this is Cardinal, but Cardinal, similarly situation, hasn't done so hot tonight from the free throw line. 0 for 1. Does get a second to fall. So that puts him for 1 of 3 from the charity stripe this evening. Cooper Sims with it for the Arabians. Sims fires to LaRavia, top of the key. Now to Bazingo on the left wing. LaRavia gets it right back on the pick and roll. LaRavia finishes through. Nice post moves from Seth LaRavia. Gets the pump fake, got the defender off his feet, and the finish through for 2.
Yeah, great job. Great way from Seth LaRavia to use his body to create some space and get that layup.
Sorensen, right wing. Drives, left side. Swept underneath his feet. Cooper Sims tried to take the charge, but didn't go his way. This will be a foul against Cooper Sims and the Arabians, as going to the line once again, this is Robert Sorensen. Sorensen had no free throws attempted in that first half. His first one is up and no good. Smacks off at the front iron and falls out. Second one is up. This one's good. 1 for 2 on that trip is Sorensen. Eagles establishing this lead back up to 2 points. Sims over to LaRavia, nearly loses it, recovers. LaRavia handoff to Mazingo. Mazingo drives, puts it up. A tough shot's blocked by Cardinal. Mazingo gets it back, and the Arabians will reset. Aaron Cookson in it with the deep backcourt. Cooper Sims drives baseline, walking the tightrope over to Evan Mazingo in the corner. Mazingo back to Sims. Near wing, back to Mazingo. Corner 3 is no good. Aaron Cookson had a chance to pull in the offensive rebound, but couldn't get a good grip on it. It's then pulled in by the Eagles. So under a minute to play here. Eagles leading by 2, 38-36, and the possession here. This will be out of bounds. Last touch by the Arabians. It looks like they got a poke at it there, so Eagles back here. Reese Kaplinger coming in for Seth LaRavia. 38-36. Seth LaRavia, of course, with 4 fouls. Coach Buck maybe thinking long-term here in this tight game. Malcolm House, top of the key for the Eagles. Now to Cardinal, down low, working on Kaplinger, lowers his shoulder, puts up the shot, no good. Ball tipped up, fighting for the board. It's pulled away by the Eagles. House with it. Fakes the 3, hands off to Sorensen. Sorensen now with it in the deep backcourt, guarded by Cookson. He's going to want to reset. 20 seconds to play, and it looks like he's going to maybe want to get a last-second shot. Now with 15 on the clock. Spins out of Cookson. Backs it up. Sure enough, he's going to want a last-second shot. 10 seconds, 6 seconds. Sorensen drives, right side, puts up the difficult layup. He's fouled. No good. Nearly an and one. Rolls around. A charge. A charge. Excuse me, a charge. Offensive foul on Sorensen. That's huge for the Arabians. Not only is that foul number 2 for Sorensen, but that'll give the ball back to the Arabians with 2.1 seconds to play. Cooper Sims gets it off of the inbound. Half-court shot. Oh, thought it had a chance. Airballs it. That'll do it for the third quarter. Arabians storming back. 36-38. Guerin Catholic leads. We're going to take a quick break. Don't you guys go anywhere. Fourth quarter up next in this tight non-conference game. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEN.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Pull it out. Now, this is really the first, kind of close matchup we've seen now. I guess you could say Anderson was close. I mean, it was about a 5-point game with a minute to play, but outside of that Anderson game, that Wapahani, not necessarily close. Westfield, not close. LaPel, Pendletonites got the easy win. Mount Vernon, a close one. Kind of forgot about that. So I guess there has been 2 close games, but Arabians lost both of those. So yet to really have a close game that has resulted in a win for the Arabians. Mazingo with it. Finds Josiah Gustin now to Cookston in the corner. Cookston buries the 3. What a shot from the senior Cookston. And the Arabians have taken the lead with 7:40 to play in the fourth.
Great eyes there from Josiah Gustin.
Cookston now up to 10. Down low to Cardinal. Laravia guarding. Finds a wide open Andy Caron on the backdoor cut. And Caron finishes with 2. A nice cut and a nice pass resulted in the Eagles taking the lead right back from the Arabians. Laravia gets the top of the key and a foul here. This will be on the floor against Dylan Murrins. Just a bit too much contact when Laravia drove, so this will be his first and the Arabians, or the Guerin Catholic Eagles' first of the quarter. Inbounding now from the far sideline, Aaron Cookston and the Arabians. He'll give it off to Josiah Gustin, who will then hand off to Cooper Sims. Sims at the logo, guarded by Hayden Rogers. Over to Seth Laravia, right wing. Back to Aaron Cookston, now to Mazingo. Corner 3. Money Mazingo from downtown. 42-40, Arabians taking the lead right back. Andy Caron, left wing. Cardinal spinning, shooting, good. Nice move from Cardinal.
Cardinal is now up to 17 points.
Cooper Sims receives it. Bounce pass to Evan Mazingo, top of the key. Now to Cookston, right wing. Right corner. Seth Laravia gets it, top of the key, drives left wing, loses it, picked up by Guerin Catholic. Guerin Catholic now on a fast break. Good job by Pendletonites, though, getting back on defense, not letting anything happen. And here comes Seth Laravia out of nowhere, stealing the ball away. Seth Laravia with the hustle play, and the Arabians get it right back off of the forced turnover. 42-42, we're all tied up. 6 minutes to play in the fourth.
That's what I would call a makeup play for that lost ball.
Cookston, far corner. Gustin now fakes the 3. Over to Sims. Sims for 3. No good. Rebounded Guerin Catholic. Seth Laravia had a chance to pull it in. Wasn't boxed out, but the ball just flew over his head. Sorensen gets it down low to Cardinal. Cardinal over to a wide open Hayden Rogers, and Rogers misses it, but a wide open purple jersey under the hoop. Andy Caron had no one to box him out as he gets the offensive board and puts it in for 2. Guerin Catholic takes the lead 44-42. Sims to Cookston, now to Laravia in the corner. Laravia drives, baseline over the reverse layup is good. Nice move from Seth Laravia. Now we're back tied 44.
Great move there from Seth Aravia, seeing there was no one on the top of the key, so he just did it himself.
Dylan Murren's on the other end, driving right side on Josiah Gustin. Misses the shot, rebounded. Arabians tie ball game, 44 apiece. 5 minutes to play in the fourth. Aaron Cookston gets it right wing. Now to Sims, top of the key. Wide open. Mazingo in the corner. Nearly lost it, but recovers. Sorensen picks him up. Cookston now with it at the logo. Over to Sims. Sims behind the back. Finds LaRavia in the corner. LaRavia, 3 ball. It's contested. LaRavia from downtown. Arabians up by 3. Everything falling from downtown for Pendleton Heights in this fourth quarter. But you got to play defense. Cardinal on the other end. Here comes the triple team, but Cardinal gets out of it and finishes for 2. We got a timeout, though. This one for Bob Allen and the Guerin Catholic Eagles. Arabians storming back in the fourth quarter, 47-46. Arabians lead. 4 minutes to play in the game. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This 91.7 WEEM delivers the best variety of songs, news, and is student-run. We produce imaging pieces, live broadcasts, content, podcasts, and more. Our students work hard every day to improve our station. You can support our station by following us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to also tune into the radio, 91.7 WEEN, on air, online, and on demand. This LLC.
Back to Pendleton Heights basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
Welcome you back here to Joe Buck Court on the Arabian Sports Network. 47-46 our score. Arabians lead with 4:08 left to play in the fourth quarter, and with that, tonight's game. So Arabians will inbound here as they start with possession coming back from the Guerin Catholic timeout. Guerin Catholic sending 2 defenders. God, looks like we got a sweat spot here on the floor. Ref got to come in with a towel, wipe it off. Still wet. Just to show you how brutal this game has been up to this point, you know. A lot of physicality, especially down low. Guerin Catholic, they currently stand at 5-1. Arabians 2-4. Guerin Catholic's next matchup will be back at home against Heritage Christian, and the Arabians' next matchup will be on the road at Liberty Christian this Saturday. Cooper Sims gets it off of the inbound for Pendleton Heights. Hands off to Evan Mazingo. Now to Aaron Cookson. Cookson finds LaRavia, top of the key. Back to Cookson now, near wing. Guarded by Rogers. Bounce pass down low to Josiah Gustin on the low block. Gustin gets it on the reverse. Nearly touches the rim. Doesn't quite get there, though, but either way, it's a basket. 2 points for Josiah Gustin, now up to 6. 49-46, our score. Arabians lead. Ben Grissom over to Robert Sorensen at the logo. Sorensen setting up a play here for the Eagles. Crossover, gets the screen, top of the key. Aaron Cookson loses his footing, recovers. Left wing. Cardinal with it. Over to Rogers. Now to Karin. Back to Cardinal. Grissom. Thoughts about the shot. Doesn't take it. Cardinal gets it down low. Spins. Puts it up and got it. Cardinal is just unstoppable down low this evening. Sims taking it up for the Arabians. Over to Cookson. Cookson to LaRavia. Far wing. Cooper Sims to Cookston. Cookston fakes the 3. Instead gives it over to LaRavia on the left wing. LaRavia, handoff to Cookston. Cookston to Sims at the logo. Good defense here from Guerin Catholic. Evan Mazingo gets it. Had a chance to shoot it, but quickly Guerin Catholic defenders came. Cookston takes the three. No good. Rattles in and out. Rebounded Guerin Catholic. Sorensen now with it the other way. Sorensen. Handoff to Grissom. Grissom to Rogers at the logo. Bounce pass. Back to Sorensen. Now with it in the far backcourt. Guarded by Aaron Cookston. Gets the screen at the top of the key. He wants another. Cardinal sets yet another pick on Cookston. Sorensen drives. Loses it. Stolen away by Cookston. Timeout call by Pendleton Heights. Aaron Cookston was trapped in the corner. Decided to take a quick tee. 1:40 to play in the fourth. 49-48. We're going to take a quick break with them. Arabians lead. Don't you guys go anywhere. This one's heating up. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network 91.7 WEEM.
Are you constantly bored and tired on your way to school or work? Then you should tune into the Arabian Roundup. With your hosts Kennedy Quinn and Bella Myers, your morning will never be dull. The Arabian Roundup is from 5 to 7 a.m. Tuesday through Friday. But wait, you can't forget about the Arabian Stampede. You can tune to the Arabian Stampede while waiting to get out of the parking lot after school, on your way to work, and so on. You can catch your hosts Gracie Wolf, Samuel Duffer, and Layla Reef every Tuesday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. Get something fun out of your day with our WEEM shows.
From other youth sports programs.
And we wouldn't have it any other way. Be a champion of high school sports and buy a ticket to your high school's athletic events.
This is keeping education in front of athletics. This is passion you won't find anywhere else. This is your IHSAA.
Back to Pendleton Heights basketball on the Arabian Sports Network 91.7 WEEM.
Welcome you back here to Joe Buck Court. We're already underway here coming out of the Pendleton Heights timeout. Evan Mazingo has it in the corner. Swings around now top of the key. Hand off to Cooper Sims. Sorensen guarding. Back to Evan Mazingo. Mazingo looking. Gives it off to Seth Arabia. Yet another timeout here for Pendleton Heights as Coach Buck is going to once again get a little bit more of a talk. We're going to stay right here. 49-44 our score. Pendleton Heights leading. 1:06 left to play in the fourth. Arabians with one timeout. Guerin Catholic with two. And you know, Pendleton Heights, as I was just mentioning, haven't been the best at closing out games this season. You look back to the first game of the year against Anderson. It was about a 5-point ball game with a minute to play. Arabians weren't able to pull that one out. You look just about a couple days ago, last Friday, against Mount Vernon, their rivals here on Joe Buck Court. It was a close game. Had a chance at the winning shot for Evan Mazingo, but just wasn't able to pull it through. Both of those games resulting in losses. So I think it'd be really nice for the Arabians because close games to result in wins is no better feeling. And that could definitely be good. And this is a good Guerin Catholic team. This is a 5-1 Guerin Catholic team that's coming off of a legendary run last season where they went 20-9 and made it to state. So if the Arabians pull off the win here, this would be quite the win. And you look back to last season, I pointed it out in our pregame show. The last time these two teams faced off, last year at Guerin Catholic, Pendleton Heights lost by 20-plus points. So I think it just shows how much this Pendleton Heights team has improved because Guerin Catholic, they didn't lose too many seniors. And all of a sudden, this is a lot. This is a totally different game than last year. And you look at that last year performance, Gustin at 12 points, 50% from the floor. He was the leading scorer for the Arabians. And then for the Guerin Catholic Eagles, it was Sorensen with 15. Sorensen only with 7 here tonight. Much lower than his average of 20.2.
Yeah, Dawson, and the Arabians tonight have 3 people in double-digit points.
Cookston gets it off of the inbound here. Well, gets it right back from Seth Arabia. Sims gets it at the logo. Minute to play. Now LaRavia, right wing to Mazingo. Mazingo looking. Back to Cookston, top of the key. Now to Sims. Sims looking. It's going to go out of bounds. Refs looking for the signal. Still waiting, and it's going to be Guerin Catholic ball. The trap came, and there could have been a chance it was tipped. But Refs say, after talking it over, it was last touch by Pendleton Heights, so Guerin Catholic going to get the ball, and Coach Buck is not a happy man. This game isn't over here. That was a big turnover, but Ravens got to focus on the defensive end now. Cardinal gets it down low. Double team comes. Kicks it back outside. Sorensen going to reset at the logo. Gets the screen from Cardinal. Drives right side. Puts up the shot. No good. Misses the layup. A foul called. Sorensen missed the layup. And that's been the story all night. Frustration from the leading scorer for the Eagles. As this will be foul. This will be a foul against Guerin Catholic. This will go against Bryson Cardinal, who tried desperately to pull in the rebound. It wasn't able to. We got a quick substitution here.
Number 12, Ben Grissom.
Ben Grissom coming in. Arabians fans getting loud here. Cookson inbounding from the baseline. Looking. Gives it over to Josiah Gustin. Gustin shakes the defender. A foul comes. That'll be against Bryson Cardinal. And Josiah Gustin will not go to the line. Now that's team foul number 3 for Guerin Catholic. So once they reach 5, that means the Ravens will go to the line. So we'll see if the Ravens can inbound successfully here this next couple tries. Josiah Gustin receives, and they turns it over. No foul called there. Bryson Campbell recovers. 16 seconds to play. Campbell on the other end misses the shot. Rebounded, blocked. Seth Laravia. Timeout called. A jump ball, no. Robert Sorensen came in, grabbed the offensive rebound after the Bryson Cardinal miss, and then a jump ball was called. Now, a timeout before the jump ball. They're reversing the call here. Yeah, Bryson Campbell came in, called the timeout, and I think that was before the jump ball. So
it was jump ball and then the timeout.
Okay, you're right, Ryan. Yeah, so scratch that. Rabians will have ball here. Jump ball, then the timeout. So, man, it was a lot to break down there. Again, just to break it down, Josiah Gustin got it off of the inbound, had it stripped. There was a lot of contact, no foul called. Bryson Cardinal was the one who stripped it. He drove, and then he missed the shot, which was then offensive rebound by Robert Sorensen. His shot was blocked by Seth Laravia. It was a fight for the ball on the ground. Jump ball was the call. Then came the timeout for Guerin Catholic. So what a block for Seth Laravia. And I know there was a lot of contact down there, but I like the call by the refs. Just let them play it out. There's so much happening that it's almost like either team could get called with a foul. Instead, just let them play out. And that block, that looked clean from up here for Seth Laravia. And just like that, Pendleton Heights will have possession. Has a chance to end it here, but you got to remember, this is a 1-point game. Even if the Arabians get to the point where they're shooting free throws, it's still not over, as they'd make it a 3-point game if they make both, and then Guerin Catholic will still have another try. So this one's still far from over, 10 seconds to play. And before you can get to the free throw game, Arabians still have to inbound here.
I say the Arabians really need to watch out for Bryson Cardinal and Dylan Moran's down low in the post.
Yeah, we got a miscommunication here. This is Guerin Catholic's ball on the jump. PA said Pendleton Heights, but no, Guerin Catholic with possession here. They inbound. Cardinal spins. Seth Laravia blocks him. 3 seconds to play and a timeout called. How about Seth Laravia and his defense down the stretch here? Laravia with yet another block. Now, this guy has 4 fouls, but he's not holding off in the aggression. I love that. He's still saying, I'm going to put it all out here, because if we can stop him here, I don't even got to think about my fouls. The game will be over. But 3 seconds to play, the timeout by Guerin Catholic. This thing is still not over. They're going to get a last-second shot up.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to go to Bryson Cardinal again, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
With 21 points, he's having a really great night. But as we've seen Seth Laravia in this fourth quarter, he's really done a great job at holding off on the fouls. He's played aggressive to a point. Like, he's done a great job with that. And then you also got to watch out for Dylan Morantz, and Robert Sorensen's always there. You got a lot of people on this team who can shoot also. So
yeah, and of course with 3 seconds left, you only need a single basket to score. It doesn't matter what it is. You just need a basket. You're down by 1. And yeah, you mentioned there, Cardinal, of course, has been the guy tonight. Cardinal's been the guy, but you got to remember, Robert Sorensen, sure, he's been cold this evening, only with 7 points compared to his average of 20.2. But, he's not a different player. He's still that same guy who's averaging 20.2 points a game on the season heading into this game. So I mean, I'm looking at those two guys. If I'm Coach Buck, I'm talking about Robert Sorensen and Bryson Cardinal, but I don't know. Maybe Coach Allen and the Guerin Catholic Eagles are hesitant to go down low, considering how Seth Arabia's defense has been in these last minute or so. Inbounding here, baseline, Karin over to Cardinal, puts it up, no good. Arabians might win it. Arabians win it. It's a close call. Eagles won a foul. There's no call, and the Arabians have won the game. 49-48. Cardinal got it. Evan Mazingo went up strong. And what a defensive play there. Arabians pull it out of a close one. 49-48.